Hi, welcome back. My name is Cole,
And I'm Andrew.
and this is CTRL-AC.
Control AC is the podcast where we talk about football streaming and government funded media. Are they tech related?
Maybe.
Yes, in a way. So basically, we have NFL Sunday Ticket that's finally separate from DirecTV, and then we have some NPR Twitter news, which is really interesting. Get to that in a second. I want to start with something that was actually released on April 1st. It's completely real.
That definitely sounded convincing, Andrew.
It's a new product. So basically, Asus releases an ROG handheld gaming PC on April Fool's Day. Everyone's like, oh, this was cool. It's a joke, though. And then it's actually not a joke.
Yeah, I remember.
So, Cole, what is this thing?
This is basically a competitor to the Steam Deck, which we all know and love, and a better competitor to the Switch OLED.
Which you purchased over the normal poor man's Switch,
Yeah.
non-OLED.
Yeah. Okay, so according to leaks, because this hasn't actually been confirmed, right?
No, I think it's from Asus.
This,
And there's already a Dave
specs?
TD video of him having it.
That's right. Linus did a video. It's got a Ryzen 7000 chip in it, and with integrated graphics, like everything is. Handheld. It's like the Steam Deck, has a 7-inch display, but instead of being 16 by 10, it's 16 by 9. It's got a 1080p display, so that's a lot better than the Steam Deck's 16 by 10 800p display,
Right.
which you can definitely see, like that it's 800 instead of 1080. The Steam Deck only has 400 nits of brightness, but the Ally has 500 nits. Is that how you say it? Ally?
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 I
That's what it
assume
looks
it's
like.
Ally.
Yeah. The Steam Deck has a 60 hertz, 1 millisecond response display, and the Ally has a 120 hertz, 5 millisecond response time display. So you're going to have a little bit of ghosting while looking at the screen, but if you're playing anything like GTA or Apex, you're not going to notice it.
I think it looks better than the Steam Deck.
Oh, yeah. This thing looks like the Steam Deck and the Switch OLED combined. I think that's the best way to put it.
It has RGB around the thumbsticks.
Yeah, come on, it's Asus.
It's got fans in it. It's got nice looking triggers. The back looks kind of clean.
It's just a good looking. I think this is the best looking handheld that we've seen, actually.
I would go ahead and say don't even consider the Steam Deck, but we don't have a price on this.
So apparently it's leaked that it's going to be $700 for a half a terabyte of storage and $900 for a terabyte of storage.
Wait, isn't the Steam Deck like much less expensive?
Not really. But it also has a 3-generation-old chip in it and a worse display. Honestly, if you're going to spend $700 on a handheld and weigh your options between a high-capacity Steam Deck or the 512 gig depending on the battery life, I think this is going to be the best option for
The
handheld.
Steam Deck starts at $399.
For like, what is that, 256 gigs of storage?
Probably, but like $399 to $800 is a big jump.
Yeah, but it also has an 800p display. It's a 60 hertz display, 400 nits of brightness, and the battery life isn't great. But and it has what chip does the Steam Deck have in it?
It would be older because it's
Zen 2. Oh, that's Zen 2. I think Zen 2 is 5000 series.
Do we know if we can plug a monitor into the Ally? Because a lot of people would buy a Steam Deck, toss it into their desk setup with a monitor, and they'd have a pretty decent little computer there. Can you do this with the Ally?
I mean, I'd assume so. If it has a USB-C port, which I would hope it would have, being a 2023 handheld, then yes, I don't see why not. And this is a much better alternative to Logitech's handheld.
Oh, yeah. That one was just the cloud streaming thing.
Yeah. So, like, for the price, if the battery life gets 4 hours of battery life while playing games, this is a, deal.
Okay. So you're spending $800 on this handheld.
700.
Well, is it $799?
Yeah, it's $699
Oh, $699
for 512 gig supposedly.
Oh, okay. So $700 on this handheld. At what point do you just buy a PC? Because you'd still have to buy a monitor because this comes with a screen. You'd still have to buy speakers because this comes with speakers.
Yeah.
But
So for a PC, you could probably build something that's gonna heavily outperform this for a very similar price. Ryzen 5 5500, $100. So you're already getting a fairly decent 6-core CPU for that price. 16 gigs of RAM, you're getting a CPU cooler with that, so you don't have to cool the CPU any differently. You can get B450 boards for so cheap. A320 or A520 boards are like $70 right now.
so this runs into the same problem that the Steam Deck has. Their market, their target audience is people who want PC quality gaming experiences on the go.
Yeah.
Which is just very few people, especially in a world where we have good cloud streaming.
I don't want to say we have good cloud streaming because like
I mean, we have GeForce Now and Xbox cloud streaming. Like that's pretty good.
But then you also the 5 millisecond input lag is drastically changed to almost for like seconds of input lag. Like,
but Cole, don't worry, 5G is gonna change this.
like 100 millisecond of input lag can make you motion sick.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, can you take this on a plane then in game? Is it worth it to just buy it for stuff like that? Fun little road trip thing.
Like if this costs $700, honestly, if I had the money, I would like this would be what I would get to game like on the go. Me and Andrew both have MacBooks, so it's not like they're the greatest for gaming. Compatibility with playing any games on a MacBook is just atrocious, really. Like me and Andrew tried to get CS:GO loaded up, and it just didn't like run. You can't scale it. It runs at like 25 FPS.
Export video like no other computer.
Yeah, it's great at everything but gaming. But
So I mean, if you genuinely are a person who plays video games and you need maximum performance on the go, I mean, I guess get this. It's just a really small audience.
like I said, it really depends on the battery life because you can get a solid gaming laptop that will definitely outperform this for $700.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Gaming laptops exist.
But also, you can get 2 hours of gameplay on a gaming laptop.
yeah.
So if this can, since
Unplugged,
it's an
too.
since this is an integrated graphics chip, pulling not very many watts. I think the 6800U pulls like 15 watts, the mobile chip or something like that on minimum. But if this can pull like nothing, like 0 wattage at all while gaming, then this would be a pretty solid machine.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for more reviews to come out.
But like get back to the gaming PC thing, you can get a gaming PC that'll outperform this. Like RX 6500 XT, 600 watt power supply, Ryzen 5,
All under $700.
yeah, 5th gen, 8 gigs of RAM, which is more than this will have probably, for $600, and that comes in with a monitor.
But can you play it on an airplane?
No, you can't. So that's the other. It's really just honestly, this to a gaming laptop is just preference at that point. I feel like.
Yeah.
Do you want a small little thing you can just hold in your hand and play with like a controller? You can stick in your backpack and take it wherever.
If you do, then the Asus Republic of Gamers
ALLY ally
is for you. I have this in the script as Elon Doggo. So
saw that.
a while ago, Elon posted a Twitter poll.
Mm-hmm.
It said, should I step down as CEO of Twitter? An unbelievable amount of people voted. And the result was yes.
Yeah.
He should step down. So Elon did an interview with the BBC this week. This is one of the craziest interviews I've seen in a while. He talked about that Twitter poll, and in the interview, he said he is no longer the CEO of Twitter.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is the exact quote. "I'm not the CEO of Twitter. My dog is the CEO of Twitter. It's a great dog," Musk said. "He's got a black turtleneck. What more would you need?" So, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Twitter is Elon Musk's dog, armed with a black turtleneck.
Do we have a picture of this we can put as like the something? We could put it in the description or something.
I don't even know.
I think that might be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So Elon's dog is running the company. Honestly, this may explain some things. It's a pretty good explanation because Twitter's really not popular right now. Well, that's why. And then he straight up changed the Twitter logo in the app to a Shiba Inu Dogecoin
Did he
dog.
really?
Yes. For like a solid day, if you went to twitter.com, the bird was a Doge dog.
What a W, man.
Wait, I'm going to go to Dogecoin price. I'm going to see if it spiked. 5 days. Sure enough, it did. It spiked because of it.
That's amazing.
The influence he has. Anyway, in this interview, he talked to a BBC journalist. The journalist tried really hard to talk about hate speech on Twitter. And
Right.
I would say he was destroyed pretty quickly. You can be the judge of that. Let's go ahead and play the interview.
Content you don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm
So
saying,
I'm just curious.
He already walked him into a corner there. So the journalist is trying to talk about hate speech. Since Elon took over, everyone's been accusing him of allowing more quote-unquote hate speech. They don't really define hate speech, but that's a big accusation for... I was going to say him as the CEO, but it's his dog
It's
now.
his dog.
But...
Just blame the dog. That's all the dog's fault.
And then he starts citing examples of hate speech or instances where he remembers hate speech.
Elon or the reporter?
Reporter. That's where it kind of falls apart.
I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content. And I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
You
don't.
can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why, because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore because I just don't particularly like it.
But you said
actually, a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on
my
a second.
followers.
You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and
Well, then how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen that you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
You can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
I say so that you don't know what you're talking about.
really.
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
That's a false.
no. What I
You just lied.
What the,
So that right there, I can't, you just lied. That's what made all the headlines. That's what made the Savage Elon memes. I mean, this has so many views on Twitter. I think it's at like 18 million
That's crazy.
or something like that. It's 17.3 million views.
On Twitter or on YouTube?
That's on Twitter, ironically.
Oh.
So is there more hateful content on Twitter now? We don't know. Can't really give an example.
You know what'd be funny? If he like filtered out like through whatever like their bot is, like to automatically do it or like find hate speech and stuff. Like what if he like reversed that?
Just increase the
interview.
hateful content.
Yeah.
That's a Elon's doggo move.
That would be the turtleneck dog thing to do.
So I'm just picturing like a Steve Jobs black turtleneck on a Dogecoin dog just running Twitter. I mean, yeah, he posted a photo of a Dogecoin dog getting pulled over, and the cop is looking at the driver's license, and the driver's license is a Twitter logo, and the Doge dog says that's an old photo, signaling how like...
That's
I don't know.
funny.
It's just he treats the platform like a joke.
I mean, Twitter literally is just a meme now.
He apparently he tweeted on March 26th, "Is a new platform needed?" And then some guy commented, "Just buy Twitter and change the bird logo to a Doge." And Elon replied, "Haha, that would be sick." He's a man of his word.
Wait, was that March 26th of this year or last year?
I believe of this year. So then Twitter starts putting labels on media organizations, right? So Fox News, New York Times, they all get labels that say media organization.
Right.
Well, they get to NPR. NPR is partially funded by taxpayer money. Twitter put a label that says government funded media on NPR's Twitter.
Which is a valid statement, right?
Technically speaking, yes. NPR does not like that.
But why?
Because they say that they're free and independent and objective and all that.
But they use text. Okay, anyways.
So they have not tweeted since then. They have said that they are actually stepping off of Twitter.
Oh.
They tweeted on April 12th the link to their app and their newsletter. And then they have a pinned tweet with their TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and that's it. So NPR is off of Twitter for now. They have 8.8 million followers and 245,000 tweets.
Wow. So that's
They're
a big
a really
deal.
influential account because it's NPR. They're an
Yeah.
influential publication. They're off of Twitter, which is a big deal. And then PBS is now off of Twitter
Oh.
for the same thing too. So PBS was labeled government-funded media. They're also boycotting the label, and now PBS is off of it too. PBS's following on Twitter is not as big as NPR's, but that's still a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So anyway, Elon is giving his company over to a literal dog, and some of the biggest news publications in the country are leaving.
That's so funny.
Twitter is a mess.
Twitter is
We
just
talk
great.
about it every week. It is a mess.
You know what else is terrible? My backyard. It's pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah. We've got a trampoline and a bunch of dead grass.
You should get like a hot tub and a pergola and stuff like that.
Oh, do you know where I could get that from?
There's this place called the Complete Backyard.
What is that?
So basically, they're a custom outdoor design and build company that specializes in outdoor living spaces.
Oh, okay.
So you can talk to them about a pool, a cabana, an entire outdoor kitchen, basically whatever you want.
Huh.
And they'll help you every step of the way. They'll design it for you, show you 3D renders, and then build it. And you'll love the result.
That's a great idea, actually.
To contact them, you can reach out at thecompletebackyard.com. So remember HBO Max?
Yes, I do.
Remember Discovery Plus?
I do.
They're both gone.
Ah, yes, they are.
They have merged.
And now we have Max. That's so boring. It's like, hey, what do you watch on?
Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Max.
Max.
Not Disney Plus Max.
No,
It's like just Max.
just MAX. Like, Maximiliano.
We're so used to Max being like tied to something. Like iPhone
M1
14
Max.
Pro, M1, AirPods, like all that stuff. Mostly Apple stuff. But HBO and Discovery are now in the same place.
Hear me out. We just combined every streaming service. Amazon Prime, Netflix, Max.
That's what Elon
Disney
wants to do
Plus.
with X.
With X?
So basically, Elon wants to make an app called X. He wants it to be the everything app. It combines like the everything on, like everything. It's just one app for like everything. Anyway,
Like movies and stuff?
everything.
Like-
everything you'd want is in one app.
Like Steam and then Netflix.
Yeah. Twitter, like the whole internet,
But like,
games.
would they be separated? Like, would it just be another
No idea.
operating system?
It's just his vision. And it's probably his dog's vision. Anyway, so they have three tiers of Max. They have a $10 a month plan that gives you HD and 2 concurrent streams. They have a $16 plan that gives you 2 concurrent streams, 30 downloads, That's ad free.
Mm.
The $10 one has ads. And then you have a $20 a month that gives you 4K.
Oh,
So for 4K streaming, you actually have to pay $20 a month for this.
that's not bad though for 4K. If you have a 4K TV or like iPad or something, then that would be worth it. I feel like.
I saw a tweet. It's a sarcastic tweet that says Time Warner is renaming its streaming service HBO Max to Max. And it says it's a good move. The HBO brand is associated with some of the worst content ever, such as The Wire, Band of Brothers, Game of Thrones, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Some of the most successful shows of all time are associated with HBO. So just drop the name.
That makes sense. I just love monopolies. Aren't they great?
Yeah. So you have this now if you like the stuff on Discovery Plus and you like the stuff on HBO
So
Max.
we
It's all
have
in one place.
We have HBO Max. So what happens
So
to
do we.
HBO
It's
Max?
free. I don't know because y'all have AT&T?
Yeah.
So do we. So we all get it for free.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the same thing. If we still get it for free. I don't know what tier we get for free.
I mean, assuming we get the lowest tier of HBO Max already for free.
Then maybe we
we'd
get the
probably
ad supported.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of stinks.
Yeah. Or maybe we get like the tier up, the no ads one. I don't know.
But yeah, we have Max now. As the world of streaming kind of becomes less and less competitive,
Yeah.
there's a new player that's not really new. Speaking of streaming, NFL Sunday Ticket is now on YouTube TV. So Sunday Ticket used to be a DirecTV only thing. AT&T had the rights to this for a long time. Wait, does AT&T still own DirecTV?
I think DirecTV is just like not a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's all kind of dead.
Mm-hmm.
So an NFL Sunday Ticket allows you to watch all out-of-market NFL games on Sunday from one place.
Right.
It is obnoxiously expensive. So, YouTube TV is a requirement to have Sunday Ticket. YouTube TV is already $72.99 a month. So
For YouTube TV.
$73 a month.
Why is it what does YouTube TV give you?
It's like cable, but YouTube. It's like Hulu Live and
Oh, so it's
like all the channels.
It's
like
TV.
ESPN. Yeah.
okay.
So in addition to the $73 a month, which is times 12, $876 a year, assuming you do not get the pre-sale for Sunday Ticket, it will be $350 or $390, which includes NFL Red Zone. Red Zone lets you see 4 different games on the same screen if all the teams are in the red zone. It's kind of nice to have. So assuming you opt for that, you're looking at $400. Is that a lot of money for football?
Yes.
Some people will tell you no. I would tell you yes. It's still cheaper than going to one game, but like unless your favorite sports team is not where you live and you can't watch it, I don't think you should. That's a lot of money.
That's dumb. I think $250 is
It's
a lot.
It's $400.
Well, that's for like the max everything though.
Yeah, but the $250 is only for the base one during the pre-sale. The pre-sale ends in a month
Oh.
or two. If you don't get the pre-sale and you get this during the season or right before it, you're looking at $400 a month. Or sorry, one time. $400 one time. It's not a car payment. So it's a lot of money. But you can get NFL Sunday Ticket now without DirecTV.
Yeah. Speaking of things that you can't use in a TV.
Okay.
RTX 3070.
4070.
40, sorry. Yeah, that was weird.
Wrong year.
Yeah.
4070 is out.
It's been a while since the 70 cards come out. The 70 came out in like, what was that, 2020? 2019?
Yeah. Quick recap of 4070.
$600, same as the 3070. Well, yeah. 3070 was $600 retail, right?
Yes.
I believe so. It's just the 3080, but a little bit cheaper,
Sweet.
I guess. It's got good 1440 performance. It's lower power draw than the RTX 4080 for being a 4070. That's good. It's got DLSS 3. It's only got 12 gigs of VRAM, which is kind of not great for a 40 series like mid-tier card.
What's its AMD competition?
7700 XT.
Which one's better between these two?
Just I don't really know off the top of my head, but probably the 4070. So it looks like it does pretty good at the 4070 at 1440p in Forza Horizon 5 with maxed out settings. It gets 128 FPS.
Solid.
1440p. It's pretty good. What's another popular game?
What's it called?
Cyberpunk.
CS2.
It's not on here yet. CS:GO gets 487 FPS at max settings. 1440p. Cyberpunk gets 80 FPS.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, not terrible. It's a good card. $600. That's a lot of money, but like if you're a gamer, then you know that everything's expensive. At 4K,
Yes.
it gets 89 FPS in Forza Horizon 5 with extreme settings. CS:GO gets 219 with max settings, and Cyberpunk gets 42 with max settings.
So not bad.
Not bad for a $600 card, but set your expectations low for a mid-range GPU. But it's like the perfect 1440p card. It's pretty chill. Yeah, good $600 budget-ish card.
Plus, I mean, since it's NVIDIA, you get like the NVIDIA eye detection, the eye correction thing.
Yeah.
All that. Get that sweet green logo. Do you know what shade of green that is?
I do not know what shade of green that is.
If you did, you'd be able to pass the color test. There's this thing that TheVerge.com has called the color quiz. It's actually kind of fun. You click take the quiz and it shows you the Twitter logo and then 4 shades of blue. And then you have to pick the real one and then it'll show you like the Spotify logo, the Netflix logo, and you have to pick the color that's the actual color. You've seen these logos hundreds of times. Can you actually guess the color? Cole and I only missed like 2 out of 8, which is not too bad. So try it on your computer. It's kind of fun. Other than that, I think that's about it. What episode is this? Episode 33?
39?
33?
33?
Yes, 33. That is a wrap. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or have a photo of Elon's dog in that sweet black turtleneck, you can reach out to us on the platform with the most hate speech.
And the hairiest of CEOs.
Twitter, I'm at UtterlyDrew.
And I am at Cole WW Webb.
And we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.